Next module is the trauma module. Great that these are color coded, just so you can grab stuff and then all just the one. If you're making your own, obviously, yeah, it's nice if you can go into a shop and buy different types of modules. Once again, open it up and the shit's not going to fall out. I've just stuck this tourniquet in because tourniquet in a trauma module, I think that's where it belongs. I've told you about this tourniquet before. That's good. This is a vehicle based first aid kit. Okay, so what kind of trauma are you going to come across? What's your scope of practice? So look, it's got all the vitals in here, isn't it? Compression bandage, that can be a second compression bandage for your snake bite. Okay, you don't have just to use the one. So you've now got 2 compression bandages. Like I said, you've got to know your first aid kit, you've got to know your contents, and you've got to know what's in it and where your shit is. Why should I have 2 compression bandages in my snake bite kit when I've got a second compression bandage in my trauma kit? Compression bandage gives you direct pressure onto a wound. It gives you so much more. I love compression bandages. They're one of the mainstay of my basic first aid kits. You've got basic triangular bandage here, as I said before. Triangular bandage is basically a Swiss Army knife of first aid gear. You can do 1,000 things with a triangular bandage. You can stuff wounds, you can use it for your fractures, you can immobilise limbs, you can use it as a head bandage, you can make it look like a cool bandolier, you can rob banks if you put it over your face. Look, you know, there's 1,000 things you can do with a triangular bandage, believe me. CPR shield. Look, I normally get rid of those. I've used CPR shields in the past. Fuck, if you're doing CPR on someone, if you're doing mouth to mouth on someone, those things are just a fucking liability. You know, good quality compressions, good quality breath control, respirations, rescue breaths on an unconscious, unbreathing casualty. Like, you don't want a bit of fucking plastic in there. It just makes life really, really difficult. I find them really, really ineffective. I find that they fuck around with your technique and you're too busy. Look, if someone's going to spew in your mouth, just get good reactions. Like, you can tell if someone's got blood in the mouth, you shouldn't be going there anyway. What's the stats? You know, you're 95% chance of doing CPR on a close friend or a loved one. So go figure. Your choice. Risk assess. If you're going to kiss someone in bed, then you're going to kiss someone on the floor. So I won't go any further than that. Basic dressings on that side. On this side, basic trauma bandage. Like, it's not your Israeli trauma bandage. It's not your Olays. This is like Civvy Street. Like, when ruling gangs come through here and they want to start going ballistic with guns and stuff, I'll probably carry something a little bit heavy. But at the moment, for a major to medium wound, that's good enough. Plus the fact we're going to learn how to pack wounds as well. So if you don't know how to pack a wound, if you don't know how to put a tourniquet on, don't carry the shit, really. If you do know how to pack a wound, you can pack a wound with anything, really. So go figure. Gloves, yeah, you know, there should be gloves everywhere. Everywhere you look, there should be gloves. And the other thing here is hypothermia. So if you follow the Marsh type of principle, hypothermia is a killer. So no matter where you are, I mean, we're in Perth, it's a nice blue sky out there, it's a lovely sunny day, you can still get cold. Someone's on the floor, someone's traumatized, someone's going to get cold. If they get cold, they're going to more chance of dying. Okay, so basically your silver foil blanket is going to be good for it's going to be good for heat retention. It's a survival device, you know, it's a signaling device, it's so many different things, isn't it? Once again, just have as many different possibilities of using kit as possible. Instant cold pack, it's in here because it's in here and I haven't even bothered to take it out yet. Okay, so on a nice hot summer's day, you've got a beer and you want it cooling down, basically you can get your chemical ice pack and wrap it around your beer, and that's what cools it down. To me, I think that's okay. That's about it for chemical ice packs. I guess if you're in the environment and someone does, little Johnny does fall over and sprain his ankle and stuff like that, you can put, you know, how much coolness do you get out of these? About 5 minutes at best. Okay, it's more of a emotional support. There's also a amputated bag, parts bag in here, just in case little Johnny does more than just slip off his bike and there are little bits and pieces of Johnny floating around. You want to keep them nice and clean, so there's a bag in there. So that's my trauma module. We'll go through the other modules now, just to keep you nice and interested. Okay, and I'll give you my view on the contents.